Dear students, today we have to discuss about the theory of production. What is production? The transformation of input into output. The process related to transforming inputs into output is known as production. That is, there are raw materials. We have to change these raw materials into finished goods. Then there are four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization. Let's find the four factors of production and their description and the rewards. Land is the first factor. It is a natural factor. Then it is a useful resource from earth, sea, or atmosphere. Then the reward for land is rent. Next factor is capital. It is a man-made factor. It procure goods which can be used to make consumer goods and services. Then the reward for capital is interest. Then third factor is labor. It is a human factor. The skills, the abilities and work all constitute the labor. Then the reward for labor is wage. Then last factor is enterprise, the organizing factor. Then the entrepreneur, ownership, control, decision making, risk taking all come together under enterprise. Then the reward for enterprise is profit. Then let's find the production function. It is the functional relationship between inputs and output. So the production function is a purely technical relation. Then we can represent the production function in a form. Q is a function of LKM, where Q it is a quantity of output, L labor, K capital, M the other raw materials. Okay, then the production process or production function is purely a technical relation which connects inputs and outputs. It is a definition given by Professor Kautsianis. Then production function based on time period. There are two time periods: long run production function and long run production function. The law related to short run production function is law of variable proportion, and the law related to long run production function is law of returns to scale. Alfred Marsh introduced three time concepts, that is very short run, and long run. Very short run means a market period, that is where the supply is fixed. Short run means some factors are fixed and some are variable. Then long run means all factors are variable. Then total product, average product and marginal product. Units of labor is given 1 to 10. Then total product is given Q, that is output or total product. Then marginal product is also given and average product is given. From total product we can find out the average product, that is Q by L, capital by labor. Then how we find marginal product? Marginal. So we need to take the change delta Q by delta L. So capital is quantity of output is given. How we find the delta? We have to find out the difference between the total product and the previous total product. Total product, average product. Total product is the total volume or amount of final output produced by the firm with the given inputs in a given period of time. Then average product, it is defined as the output per unit of factor inputs or the average of total product per unit of input, and can be calculated by dividing the total product with the number of inputs. Average product means total product by the number of variable factor inputs. Then marginal product. Marginal means additional. The additional output that is produced as a result of employing a one more unit of variable factor, that is marginal product. So how we find marginal factor? Change in output by change in input. It is said that total product is the summation of marginal product at different input levels. So total product is the sum of marginal product. Law of variable proportion. Law of variable proportion states that as we increase quantity of one input keeping other inputs fixed, the total product initially increases at increasing rate, then decreases at decreasing rate, then decreasing rate, and last one negative rate. It is known as law of returns or returns to variable factor. So this is the diagram for law of variable proportion. In the first part of the diagram, it is given the total product. Total product is going through three stages. First, it is increasing at an increasing rate. Second is increasing at decreasing rate. Third, it is decreasing. Then in the second part of this diagram, or the bottom part of the diagram, it deals with average product and marginal product. So we can separate the diagram into three parts. First stage, total product is reaching its highest peak where average product and marginal product intersect. And there is a point of inflection where marginal product reaches at its peak. Point. This is the point where in the first diagram TP it reaches the point E. Point E is inflection. Point I where average product and marginal product same, where total product reaches maximum. It is an increasing stage. Second stage where marginal product means negative, reaches 0 and become negative. So marginal product is 0 where total product reaches its peak point. Total first stage increasing at increasing rate. Total product reaches maximum point or peak point in the second stage, the point G, where marginal product is 0. Average product starts declining. Then third stage, total product declining, where marginal product negative, average product is declining. This is the relationship between total product and average product, marginal product. In the first stage, under law of variable proportion, it starts from point O and ends up to point F. It starts from point O and ends at point F. In the first stage. First stage starts from point O, ends at point F. In this stage, total product increases initially at increasing point up to point E, where point E is known as point of inflection, where marginal product is maximum. Then between E to F, it is increasing at a diminishing rate. Similarly, marginal product also increases initially and reaches maximum. Then later it begins to diminish, becomes equal to average product at a point T. This is point T. In this stage, marginal product exceeds average product. In this stage, marginal product exceeds average product. Then second stage, it begins from point F. In this stage, total product increases at diminishing rate and is at its maximum at G. Correspondingly, marginal product diminishes. Then in this stage, marginal product is less than average product. Third stage begins beyond point G, where total products starts diminishing, average product also starts diminishing, marginal product turns negative in the third stage. Production with two variable inputs. Here we are going to study isocounts. The term isocount is derived from Latin word means equal quantity. Iso means equal. Quant means quantity. So producers counterpart to consumers in difference curve. The isocount is known as an equal product curve or production indifference curve or iso product curve. So this is the picture for an isocount. An isocount shows the different combination of capital and labor that with the given same level of output. Then isocount map. When there are more than two isocounts in a diagram, we can call this as an isocount map. An isocount map shows different levels of output. Higher the isocount, it gives higher level of output. Okay, thank you.